So maybe there's a game that I don't know about, and it's called build a really big database and then do nothing with it. And this is one of the greatest challenges that I see for real estate agents, is that we're after this incredible, insatiable appetite to build a huge database. But then what do we do to make sure that we drive relevance to all the different customers that are sitting inside of that customer base? And this is such an important question, from buyers to market appraisals, to people that are buyer sellers, to those people that are on your seller hit list. What can you do to significantly change the game in the way that you go to play it? And this is what I see my absolute best clients do in the world. At the start of every business day, the first thing that they do is they go onto the major real estate websites and they search for the core markets that they look after. They have a look at every single property that's been listed in the course of the last 24 hours. They then go to the sold properties section and they have a look at any of the properties that have sold in the last 24 hours in those core markets. And then what they then think about is who needs to know about that particular listing or sale. Who does that impact? They go directly back into that customer base. They search for those past market appraisals. They search for their seller hit list. They search for those people that they know are ultimately buyer sellers. And then they get on the phone and they make great calls. And it's such a simple thing to do. Hey Hannah, it's Josh Fegan calling. I thought I'd give you a quick yell. The reason for the call today, I see that number 24 Smith Street has just been listed. We didn't list it, but I think it's going to be absolutely perfect for you. I'm going to send you a link, pop down, have a quick look at it, and when you make the decision to buy it, let me know, and then we can then come around to yours, we get yours listed, get you on the market, get you sold and settled in exactly the same timeline. And this is what great agents do. Then when the property sells, what they do with the sold properties, they then get on the phone and they go and ring and they say, hey Jenny, I thought I'd let you know, number 24 Smith Street's just been sold. Did you hear how much it sold for? It sold for X. Hey, quick question. Based on that, what does that mean your place is worth? Yeah, how are things with you? How's the house? Would it be of value for me to pop down and give you an idea on what it's worth? We know a couple of the buyers that are the underbidders, or a couple of the buyers that were interested in that one, and we could easily bring them over to yours if it was something that you were thinking about doing. And if you did this on a daily basis, you would actually be tilling through that field of all of those people that are sitting inside of that customer base. You'd be super relevant whenever there's a transaction that happens. And most importantly, you would be the person who creates the opportunity with the existing people that you already know. And this is about us learning to think differently in brand new ways. How are people pushing technology? They're thinking differently to say, you know what, we've got all of these past clients, but we're just not doing it well enough inside of the firms that we work with. And so the basic idea would be this. You know what, if you're not going to do the calls, then at least do a direct email campaign where you choose every single past client who's actually got an anniversary for this month, and you send them out an email that says, hey Jenny, I just wanted to say thank you so much for the opportunity to be able to work with you. Congratulations, you've owned your property for another year. We're now offering a little thing called an annual checkup. That's where we pop out, we give you an idea on the value, so then you can make some better decisions for the future. Please find a link below which you can click on to book your appointment time. And that automatically links into something like Calendly, which then allows people to choose a time in your diary for you to pop out and go and do a market appraisal on their particular home. Now, what would actually happen if you sent that out to 100 of your past clients for this month, and then all of a sudden, I don't know, 20 of them actually booked in an appointment? That would be 20 market appraisals that you just don't have today. And the whole idea is that we need to think differently about what it is that we're doing, because I'm really worried that we're not getting to the important work that really substantially makes the difference. Would I prefer that you make a phone call? Absolutely. But in the absence of you having the time to do it, I want to make sure that we're using systems that can allow us to amplify the results. It's time to get serious about driving your relevance. It's time to become phenomenal about your market knowledge and to do something with that market knowledge. Every single time you see a listing or a sale in your market, I want you to think, who needs to know about that? Who's impacted by that listing or sale, to get on the phones to go and have that conversation and to learn how to really master what it is that we do to build incredible relationships that build an amazing business. I hope you've enjoyed our coaching tip. I look forward to seeing you next week.